In November 1970, a chilling discovery was made in Norway's Isdalen Valley. Locals had long called it Death Valley, owing to its history of suicides and mysterious deaths. But this particular case was different. Nestled between rugged boulders was the burned body of an unidentified woman. Her remains so badly damaged that even her face and fingerprints had been erased. Her belongings, scattered around her, seemed arranged with deliberate precision. Jewelry, a broken umbrella, and empty bottles. Every clue seemed designed to raise more questions than it answered. The Isdal Woman, as she would come to be known, remains one of the most perplexing unsolved cases in modern history. Her identity, her purpose in the valley, and the circumstances of her death have eluded investigators for over 5 decades. This is not just a story of a mysterious death, but one that unravels layers of Cold War intrigue, espionage, and human tragedy. The Isdalen Valley lies near the historic city of Bergen, a picturesque area surrounded by mountains and fjords. Despite its beauty, the valley has a dark past. Stories of hikers vanishing or being found frozen to death are common in the region. The area has earned its macabre nickname from its grim history, making it the perfect setting for this haunting case. It was here that a family stumbled upon the Isdal woman's body on November 29, 1970. At first, they noticed a peculiar arrangement of personal belongings atop a rock. Then they spotted the charred remains concealed between boulders. The father quickly led his daughters away and notified the police. The woman's body bore marks of violence and fire, but it was the meticulous effort to erase her identity that shocked investigators. Her face was burned beyond recognition, and her fingerprints had been filed away. Any traceable labels on her clothes had been removed, making it impossible to determine where they came from. This wasn't a simple case of death. It was a carefully orchestrated erasure. The police searched for any leads that could explain the woman's identity or her presence in the valley. They discovered 2 abandoned suitcases at Bergen's train station, which offered more questions than answers. Inside the luggage were wigs, makeup, and multiple currencies, along with a bottle of lotion with its label removed. Even more baffling was a coded diary found among her belongings. Its entries corresponded to her movements across Europe. But no one could decipher the purpose of her travels. Witnesses recalled a strikingly beautiful woman who often wore disguises, changed her hair color, and spoke several languages fluently, including German, French, and Flemish. She had used at least 9 different identities, each with fake passports during her travels. The Isdal woman's movements raised suspicions of espionage. Norway, during the Cold War, was a hotspot for intelligence activity. Its strategic location between NATO forces and the Soviet Union made it a key region for both sides. The woman's access to multiple aliases and her mysterious coded notes suggested she might have been involved in high-level intelligence work. Around the same time, Norway was developing the Penguin missile system, a project of great interest to military powers. Some believe she was sent to observe these activities, and her death was the result of her being exposed. Adding weight to this theory is the testimony of a fisherman who reported seeing her near Stavanger, close to a military exercise. Was she gathering information for a foreign agency, or was she betrayed by her own handlers? 3 main theories dominate discussions about the Isdal woman's demise. The first is that she was silenced to protect sensitive information. Witnesses recalled seeing her with 2 men shortly before her death. Could these men have been her captors or accomplices? If she was forcibly subdued and poisoned with sleeping pills, it would explain the bruises found on her neck and the traces of violence on her body. The second theory is that she orchestrated her own death. Her meticulous efforts to erase her identity suggest a deliberate attempt to vanish completely. It's possible she consumed the pills herself and arranged for her body to be destroyed to protect secrets she could no longer bear to keep. The third, more outlandish theory suggests her death was part of a ritual. The arrangement of her belongings and the methodical nature of the crime have led some to speculate about cult involvement. The Isdal Woman story has often been compared to another famous mystery, the Tamam Shud case in Australia. In 1948, the body of an unidentified man was found on a beach in Adelaide. Like the Isdal Woman, he carried coded messages, and all identifying labels were removed from his clothing. Both cases involve espionage-like secrecy, and neither victim has been conclusively identified. In 2017, Norwegian authorities reopened the Isdal Woman case, using modern forensic techniques to uncover new clues. DNA extracted from her remains suggested she was born in Germany in the 1930s, and later moved to France or Belgium. Isotope analysis of her teeth revealed she may have spent time in South America or Asia, further deepening the mystery of her global connections. Despite these advances, her true identity remains unknown. Some theorize that her family may have been wiped out during World War II, leaving no one to recognize her or claim her remains. Others suggest her identity is known but has been deliberately suppressed due to the sensitive nature of her work. The Isdal Woman's case is more than just an unsolved mystery. It's a haunting tale of secrets, intrigue, and tragedy that still captivates people worldwide. What do you think happened to her? Was she a spy, a victim of foul play, or someone trying to erase herself from history? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy unraveling mysterious stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video.